Okay, here we are. We're getting ready to do a live tasting of looking at Lenora, Dr. Michelle Vaughn's shrimp rice. All right. So here we go. We don't have professional material here. So there you go. There you go.
What's the cheese for?
You can put cheese on it if you want some, she said.
And lemon?
And lemon. You can squeeze the cheese and lemon on there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So here we are, first on live tasting it. Now, just a disclaimer. When she brought it over here, I told her, I said, I'm going to do it live on camera. So if I don't like it, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of what it tastes like.
Everybody would know we don't like it.
Now, for those of you out there who cook, you want to drop over some food for me to do live tastings?
And do yeah.
I will sacrifice and taste your food on live camera for people to see, and then I'll post it on my YouTube station. All right? So make sure if you bring me something, it's good, because I'm going to give my honest opinion.
She probably was upset when she brought it over, when you first cook something and it's nice and hot. She's probably like, dang, they should have probably tested it when it was fresh out the oven.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. So, all right. So Lenora's going to taste it too. So make sure you get some shrimp in there, and make sure you get the broccoli in there.
Broccoli and a good thing of rice.
Yeah. So, all right. So Lenora's tasting. Let the camera see you. There you go. There you go. All right, here I go. Okay. Wasting it everywhere. Okay. The ideal is to get it in your mouth, Lenora, not on the floor. Okay, so. Okay, hold on. So she said the cheese. You could put some cheese on there. Do you want some cheese?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this. I think it's good. It's good. It's not as good as her chili, though.
No.
That mukbang we did on her chili.
This would be good.
This is more healthy.
Yeah. Why? Are you saying because it's healthy?
It's like I'm like going to shop.
Because it's healthy food.
It got look at that.
Broccoli. Ooh.
I'm dropping stuff.
It's all on the table.
Sorry about that, y'all.
I'm thinking, and because we reheated it, this would have tasted much better right when she cooked it.
I think it's good though. It's not bad.
It's not. It's the season is good.
The thing I don't like, I don't prefer. It's not that.
What?
Let me see if I can go in the camera. There you go. It's wasting everywhere. Okay. The thing I would prefer. I actually don't like the lemon.
Did you taste lemon?
I taste lemon.
I don't taste lemon. Is lemon on this? I see lemon on the side.
I taste lemon.
I like it.
Okay. So while we do this mukbang,
it was good.
Is there anything going on in the news?
It was only 2 shrimp.
Is there anything going on in the news that you want to talk about?
What
about Dwayne Wade's son?
Oh, you wanted to bring that up.
Hold on. Okay. Now, we may have difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Because I'm much more liberal than my sister is. She's more conservative. To me, as long as Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle weren't talking about doing gender reassignment at that age, I really don't care.
What do you mean gender reassignment?
Like where they would actually, they would take their child to get, the penis cut off or...
Oh, like surgery?
Yeah, like surgery.
Ooh. At that young age?
Yeah, to me, when he becomes an adult...
You can make the decision on
You can make the decision on your own.
You would pray that they, make the best decision and not to do anything surgically to remove or add. But
here's my thing. Even if you are, let's say you feel like you are a female or you're a male trapped in a female's body. If you don't care about gender, I don't understand why you would care about the sexual organs. Like if you feel like not all transgenders go through the operation.
Right.
So to me, it's more...
They just identify with it and just as close as possible...
They can't see you.
Dress that way.
I don't know.
For the outer appearance.
I understand both points, though. I do understand when black men who have been upset about the whole thing, because I feel like since the beginning, since they brought black men over here, they have been trying to make black men less scary, kind of. You know, because this whole thing about people being afraid of black men because of their masculinity. Mm-hmm. And I think that putting them in a dress or watering down who they are, I feel like a lot of I feel like a lot of society has been doing that to black men, and even separating them from family, not understanding fatherhood, and even let's just go back to slavery, using them like bulls. Like to just mate,
for their strength.
To like mate with different women and have kids, and then take the kids away and send them to different plantations, not allowing them to be fathers and allowing them to, understand what it's like to be a family or be a man. I feel like that's been going on since the beginning of time that they brought black people over here.
Yeah, but that's a different discussion. I
think it has something to do. I think that's why black men are upset. Some black men are upset about it.
But that's a different discussion with who they are identifying with as they're getting older.
But I'm talking about the dress.
Well,
I think allowing them to wear a dress, I think that's more the issue.
But that's the parents for this situation. The parents, because this child is underage, this child is still under your care as a parent. So that's different than someone of age making the decision whether their influence, wherever their influence is coming from, to make the decision to dress the part or to have the actual surgery. But underage, you as a parent, you still have a little bit of control there.
Can't see you.
You still have some control. So that's a different discussion of what you're talking about with society and how you feel sometimes society is trying to weaken the black man and who their character and weaken the strength that a black man presents. But in a sense, society is trying to get people to be comfortable with, regardless of the black man's sexuality, he can still show strength in that as well.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's different discussion than what you're talking about.
I feel like like I said, I see both points because I can see if you feel like you are a different person, inside of another body, you feel like you should be able to dress to feel. But here's the thing. Okay, let me go back.
That's a different.
I'm a female and I don't wear dresses. So that's a whole bigger discussion to think that why is it that a dress is somehow connected to being a female? That's the part to me. Like, if I'm a female and I don't wear a dress, am I a female? That's my thing. Who is this? Paul said everybody missing the issue, gay or not. He too young. I'm upset with Wade. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, Paul.
You can't be upset with Wade because
but I see both sides.
Child is feeling. You can't be upset with how your child is feeling.
Right, but I see both sides, because what if your child come home and say, I want a tattoo on my face, and that's I feel like
we're videotaping. We're live.
Yeah, we're videotaping. I feel like I want a tattoo on my face, and that's just how I feel.
Okay.
As a parent, you're going to be like, nah, you're not getting no tattoo on your face. When
you
grow up and you become an adult, you can...
Or body piercing.
But the only thing is, is that I think this is a little bit different than just a tattoo on your face.
Yeah.
This is a person's whole,
their being.
What
who they feel they are.
Who they feel they are.
They feel that they are another gender.
You can't see you, no.
Trapped inside of one gender. And and at that young age, usually you don't hear kids. You're hearing a lot on the news, kids is expressing that at a very young age. You hear people even as young as 7 and 6.
Yeah.
So as a parent, how do you deal with that? I mean, it's like back in the day, we would be physically hurt because of that.
I just see both sides to it. I don't think it's a one-cut answer, because I think it depends on the child. I think it depends on the parents.
Yeah.
I think it depends on a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah,
it's just not, to me, it's just not one cut.
You can't have one cut answer.
I just feel like
how is you as a parent deal with that if your child comes to you at 12 and 13 and say, "Mom, Dad,
look in the camera,
they come to you as a boy, born as a boy, the name given to them, even your own name, Junior,
right?
Saying, Dad, Ma, I feel like I'm a girl trapped inside," and they start wearing the things that feel, a girl wears.
And then the other part is I feel like we put too much emphasis on the clothes that they actually are wearing. Okay. That's what I was trying to make my point to where
you still like pants.
Where is it that a dress is somehow that's
true.
If I don't wear a dress, am I less feminine? Am I less of a woman because I don't wear dresses? That's what I'm saying. So
we look at outer.
And it's also, to me, it's also it's one-sided because no one says anything when a girl dresses what they say a tomboy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she can wear a hair bag, she can wear some sweats, she can never, look feminine, and no one's gonna say no one would say anything if their daughter was like, "Ma, I don't want to. I want to dress. This is how I like to dress. I like to wear baggy pants. I like to, this is how I like to dress. I don't want to wear bows and pink and all of this other things that's associated with being a woman." So I don't know. So let's see what they saying. So Paul is saying they're throwing in sexuality and what matters. That's a kid, a little boy. You don't have to make decisions. Go wash them dishes.
Oh, stop.
So Paul, you pretty much saying he allowing his son or his daughter quote to make too much of a decision on what they want to be. So Kenya's saying, do you all think that because it is more socially acceptable, more children are coming out? I do.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
They're making it comfortable for them to come out. I agree.
Well, because
the lifestyle. Ooh,
because back in the day,
he's out. I'm coming out.
Back in the day, if you came out and said something like that, they'd kill you.
Yeah.
So
there's some countries that still will kill you.
There's some countries that a lot of kids probably think that way, but they're not saying anything because it's not socially acceptable. So I do agree that because of the social climate that we're in, it's just, to me, it's just a tough one. I hear people come back and say, their views on both sides. Yeah. And I just think it's just not cut and dry because I just really think that it just depends on the kid
parents,
and everything.
And in all honesty, we can't be mad at Dwayne for his... That's his child feeling that, right? His child was open with it and was vocal about why they felt that way.
His child could articulate.
He articulated
if you watch the video, or even like the biography on Dwayne Wade's biography, his child is very specific.
Yeah.
For 12 years old, not an average 12-year-old.
And remember the story that Magic Johnson told?
What was Magic Johnson?
He kind of shared the very beginning.
Magic Johnson is different, though.
No, even with that. Because as he was sharing it, like the basics, what a lot of athletes feel, like male athletes, I should say, he felt that was something wrong with him as a dad, that I missed something.
Like he failed in some
I failed, because my son should be manly like me, liking sports like me, where his son came out and pretty much said, "No, Dad, I'm not like you. I don't like sports. I like the feminine things."
See, that's what I'm saying. What is feminine and what's...
He likes the
Who makes these decisions? Like back in the Roman days, men wore skirts.
Yeah, back in then.
In Ireland, it's not called a skirt, it's a kilt, but those are skirts. Like, who makes these decisions on what is masculine and what is feminine?
Because here's the thing, I'm going to tell a quick story.
Who's driving the fashion?
When I went to Africa for a missions trip, the area where we went to Africa was a lot of poverty. So the families there with babies and kids and so forth, they were happy to get any article of clothing they can get for their kids. They did not care.
So you saw boys wearing...
This one little baby, cute little boy, the mom was given a pink jumpsuit, fuchsia, hot pink.
Guys wear pink now, though.
She grabbed that suit so quick and had him in, and then when we had our little service outside, he had his little outfit on. So, my mind being Americanized, thinking, ooh, the little boy wearing pink. But another side of me went, that boy don't have no clothes. They were not thinking my son's in pink,
right,
or feminine colors, as we've been learning in this country.
Kenya saying, is it influencing their decisions because young people are still learning about their sexuality and sexual identity? Should he wait until he's an adult? I do agree he should wait till he's an adult before doing any kind of a surgery. That part I do agree with.
Underage.
The only thing,
but he can't wait on how he's feeling, because he's feeling that way now. And he's well, you keep asking about who do we determine what's dressing like feminine?
What's dressing?
He's wearing his nails long, polished nails, like the girly kind of thing.
I don't even dress like that, and I'm a girl.
That's like automatically associated with a feminine. Nail polish, long nails, lipstick, eyeliner, all of that.
But who determines that? I know. Prince wore nail polish and high heels.
He wore more ruffles than we all did as women.
Who determines? So I just feel like it's so individual. I think your child, but I understand both. Believe me, I understand both points. I understand black men who feel like this day and age, it's almost like they're trying to demasculize, make them non-threatening black men. That's why they always try to put every black comedian in a dress. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always like, we got to find some kind of way for him not to be so black and masculine, because they're scary. A lot of black men, for some reason, so masculine, the deep voice and the muscles, the build, and a lot, just since they brought them over from slavery, have been this whole thing about how do we make them not as threatening as possible. So I do understand how black men feel about seeing black men in dress. Let me tell you something. It's gay guys that I talk to who don't even like seeing men in dresses.
Right.
It's some gay guys who don't like Billy Porter and Tyler Perry and they're gay and they don't like it because they feel like because I'm gay doesn't mean I'm not a man.
Making fun of.
I'm gay, but I'm still a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to wear heels and dresses
sexual
and stuff.
Preference, which has nothing to do
so
with
Paul
how you
says
dress.
Parents are soft. I wouldn't dare tell my daddy at 12 what I'm gonna do. I mean, a lot of brothers wouldn't tell their father that.
Do?
No, he told him. Basically, he told Dwayne Wade. See, we keep saying him. See, that's the other thing. He wants to be called.
What did his
her.
child say to him as a parent? What did he say?
Basically, it was said that I don't feel like I'm a boy. I feel like I'm trapped inside of another body. Okay. I feel like I'm a female.
Okay.
That's trapped inside of this masculine body. Mm-hmm. And to me,
I'm surprised he even told his parent that. You know how many kids keep that a secret?
And that's my point.
Wow.
The fact that I think we should look at it, the point that his child decided to come to him should show that he has a relationship with his child.
Yeah, that's true.
To be able to come to your child and say that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's just, to me, I'm not a parent, so I'm not going to try to get in.
How is Dwayne handling? How is he and Gabrielle handling?
They're fine. That's what they like, be
who you are. That's who you're feeling.
We're going to support it, but I don't know. Then you got stuff like, what's that white actress? I can't think of her name. The one that adopted the 2 black boys. You know who I'm talking about. Ooh. I can't think of her name, but she adopted 2 little black boys. And the older one is the same way. He wants to dress like a girl.
Oh.
So she adopted another little black boy, and he's a young baby. And he wants to dress like a girl. See, so
it's kind of like it's Kenya said too. When you
influence,
it's influence. If that's what you're around, sometimes you pick it up and you like mimic it, you copy it, and then too, a lot of people on the spiritual level, they just think other things too is going on.
I mean, yeah.
So we all got different take on that. Some people who have more of a spiritual background may be thinking, "Oh Lord,
the devil and all this stuff.
Let me pray for my son, my daughter. Oh Lord, because God didn't create him that way."
See, I just feel like,
Lord, help him.
I just feel like, if you have a real relationship with your child, mm-hmm. and you speak to your child, mm-hmm. and your child knows what if your child knows that I'm gonna love you either anyway, it don't matter. I'm still gonna love you.
Still gonna love them.
But you don't have to necessarily always agree with your child. That's what I'm saying. So I see both sides to it, because some parents would be like, "Nah, you're not wearing no dress. So I love you.
I know you feel that way, but
I know you feel that way, but you're gonna have to suffer until you get out of this house
for 9 months.
But
I labored a boy coming out.
I guess for me, the bigger conversation is, okay, let's say that his son that feels like he's trapped inside of a woman's body came to him and said, I want to wear dresses. I'd still say my bigger conversation is, why is a dress your connection to being a woman? I guess that would have been my response if I was Dwayne Wade.
Like, son, you can still wear pants.
Why can't you still be a woman, a girl, without having to wear a dress?
Because he probably visually, he wants people to automatically see that. Because you don't know that he's feeling that way if his outer appearance is still, like, in a sense, a boyish look.
See, that's the thing I don't like, because in a strange kind of way, although they're being open with their son, who wants to be a girl, I feel like they are continuing the stereotype that femininity means you got to wear a dress. I felt like a bigger conversation they should have had with him when he came to them and said that, I feel like I'm a female trapped inside of a male's body, is okay. But what does that have to do with you wearing a dress?
And then, so it's deeper reasons too that you can be asking questions of what is my son? Why is he feeling that that's a feminine
right? Because
appearance?
Society says that.
Because is he sincerely feeling a sexual identity of a female versus what I've been known to see girls as? I like dressing like that too. That may not be your sexuality because you like dressing like that.
Just because you are, and I may say something that's controversial, just because you like wearing women's clothes doesn't necessarily mean that you're transgender. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gay, because some men, like Prince, let's use Prince. Yeah. I believe Prince always wanted to wear high heels and lingerie.
The Prince was a pretty but man.
He wasn't. Well, from what we know, he wasn't gay.
He wasn't gay. Well, not that we knew of.
I'm saying what we know. We know he said he wasn't. That's all we can go by is what he's saying. And he ain't never been busted out with nobody.
He looked good in the eyeliner and the ruffled shirts.
Yeah, he liked wearing makeup. He likes wearing makeup. He liked wearing. I believe he would have went all full out if he could and wore a dress. If society would have accepted it.
Well,
but I just feel like, I think the bigger conversation, and again, I'm not a parent, so I don't know.
That's true.
But I just feel like Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle, bigger conversation should have been with their child is, why do you need to wear a dress to feel like you a female?
And see how he answers that. See how his son answers that
Punk
question.
Say he been feeling that way since the age of 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them feel that way when they're young.
But is he feeling that way because he sees in society what girls wear?
That's what I'm saying.
I want to dress like that because I love the dresses. I love the nails and the hair.
It doesn't mean I want to be a girl. It just means I want to dress like that.
Is he identifying sexually?
Because at 3,
as a girl,
how do you know what you sexually attracted to at 3?
And as he's saying, at 12 now, I like girls. I like boys.
That's what I'm saying. But if you like boys, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a female trapped inside of a man's body. It could just mean he's gay.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. I guess my whole thing is, why is it that femininity has been reduced to wearing a dress with nails
and high heels?
I guess because I don't wear a dress. I really don't. I never really did. If you think about it, and even when I wore them, I really didn't want to wear them. I don't like pantyhose and high heels and nails. And
she's right. She didn't dress.
And I wear makeup, but not really. I could go without makeup.
She doesn't do the girly stuff,
right?
As society has already.
What did Kenya say? Kenya said, "Are feeling going to drive our decisions, though, because feelings change? I would take him to a therapist to explore what can be an underlying cause."
Good idea.
Paul says, "I wish I could call in." You know what? I might start doing a call-in
That's
show,
a good idea.
because, you know, I argue with
Kenya,
folks.
you're
I get on the
right.
phone and argue with folks.
Then he needs to probably take them to somewhere to talk more.
Pumpkin says, I'm gay, but I never wanted to be a girl. Yeah.
See, exactly.
Okay, and then Paul says, you're so right, Kim. Okay, thank you, Paul. And then Kenya says, what has he been exposed to? Mm-hmm. True. Mm-hmm. Paul says, facts. But so that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of gay people who are like, I never wanted to wear a dress.
Their storyline is different.
So I just feel like it's a bigger conversation. I agree with Kenya, and we don't know. He could be in therapy. We don't know.
Let's hope and pray he is.
He could be in therapy. I'm sure they have him in therapy, because when he gets to an age where, see, I keep saying he wants to be called a she now.
Oh, really?
When she gets to an age to where she can have the operation, you know, you have to go through, a lot of counseling before you can do that. So I just feel like, I think the bigger conversation, and I guess I'm trying to drive the conversation away from his son or his daughter wanting to change to, why does wearing a dress and nails constitute you being feminine? That's where the counseling
would come out.
And that part,
it would come out in that talk.
I just feel like we reduce women, we reduce femininity to nails and makeup and a dress. And then when society, as women, we try to say, well, we want to be equal and we want men to take us serious and we want, but if you allowing society to reduce you to wearing a skirt and some heels, that makes you a woman, it's way more than being a woman than wearing some heels and a skirt and some nails.
So they're going to have to explore with counseling. So,
I don't know. Pumpkin said, I knew I was gay at a very young age ago, but hide it because I was worried about what folks would think of me. That's what. I
had, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I had one of the email. You know, at the end of the email, where when you email someone and then they email you back, they reply, and then at the end of the email they have their name and some other information. They had their name, what they were majoring in because they were a student, and then they had pronoun. She and her. And I said,
this is on one of the scholarship applications that we just received.
This was a previous scholarship recipient.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thanking us for sending them a card, because we like to stay engaged with them to see how they're doing on their educational journey.
So it's what she's saying, she's not considering herself a female anymore?
She said she wrote pronoun she and her. And I'm saying, who ends their email with their name and their position and then pronoun she and her? I asked you.
Yeah, I think it's because the young generation, the way that they feel now is they don't necessarily say, because I came home from the hospital and the doctor says that I'm female, that's what I am. So the younger generation is now taking it to where they're saying, this is how you can refer to me. Wow. I do identify as a female. Not because of what you're looking at on the outside. Not because what's on my birth certificate.
It's what I feel.
It's what I feel. Wow. So I feel like this generation now is more about how they feel. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a whole section that is, don't call me male or female.
Right.
Just say them. They. Yeah, they don't want, they like,
and
I'm neither one.
Caught me off guard, because I'm thinking, as an older generation, you're trying to understand. Mind you, everybody have their opinions on, the background for everybody feeling that way, and that's not important. It's how we deal with it moving forward. And they want it to be called them, they. And I'm thinking, oh my God, not him or her or she or it.
No.
Them or they.
I guess, and then also too, I told Lenora, it's so many young people that are committing suicide, and a lot of young people who don't feel like they can be who they are. Y'all, I don't care. As long as you are happy, as long as you are not hurting people in the world, and as long as you, in my opinion, because I love God, seek God and who God is, I feel like all that other stuff will fall into place. I feel like if you truly, truly love God,
He will reveal himself.
Whatever you're supposed to do in your life, it'll be revealed. That's how I feel. And it's not about what other people think about what you're supposed to do. It's about what you feel and how you feel. Wow. But that's just how I feel. I mean, I have, relatives.
That's a controversial
I have relatives
right
and I don't have any kids, so all I can do is go by relatives, like cousins and stuff. And I wouldn't care one bit if they came and told me they was gay.
Identify as the opposite sex.
I care more if they come to me and they are bad human beings.
Ooh.
I care
hurt
more.
This person, I've raped this person, I stole from this person. Anything that's negative like that.
But like I said, I do
or
see.
Or even hurt themselves.
I'm not totally blind. I do see the other side.
Yeah.
I do see
that's a big debate
the
right
other
now.
side of people who are Christian and who feel like, Christianity and God created man and woman to go forth and be fruitful and multiply and all of that. Mm-hmm. I do see that point. Mm-hmm. And I also see the point of the black men who feel like this whole thing of black men being, taking their masculinity and kind of reducing them to wear a dress. Mm-hmm. I do see that. Mm-hmm. So I see all sides to it, but I just think it's a complicated issue, and I don't think
Dwayne
that
is truly.
I think it's complicated, and I think it's an issue that is. Depending on the family, depending on your relationship you have with your child, depending on your relationship.
Will Smith's son.
Yeah, what happened?
He came back with the dress.
What happened to Will? Look in your thing.
The son of Will Smith and Jada.
Oh yeah, and he's, from what I know, he's not gay, but I don't know.
He
always played with it though, because people was like, oh, he's gay because he wears a dress, and he always plays with it because people assume that because he wants to dress the way that Jaden. Mm-hmm. Is it Jaden? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That he wants to dress who I love. I think he's absolutely marvelous. I think he's probably one of the best kids. If I could have a kid, this kid has done so much with helping the water in Flint, Michigan, and feeding the homeless, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful kid. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like they did such a good job with him that he just plays around with it, with the whole sexuality thing.
Poke some people.
Yeah, so people like, is he gay? Is he straight? And it's like, he's like, I just want to keep messing with people so that they kind of figure out what I am.
That shows that they paying attention too.
But I just think you don't know. And I don't like the fact, it was so funny because when I heard the story about the Dwayne Wade and his child, everybody was so tuned into his child coming to him saying, I'm a female and I want to wear dresses. And that's what they was concentrating on. And it was so funny. The only thing I was concentrating on was, why you got to wear a dress to be a female?
Oh, that's what you concentrated on.
That was it was so funny because everybody else was all up in arms
why
about.
Why is he selecting that to identify
why you reducing
with what you're feeling?
Me as a female that you got to wear a dress?
So if he would have just came and said, I identify as a female and this is how I feel, blah, 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 and that's it. Not about clothing or anything.
Yeah.
And he's supposedly, being so young, that can be debated, that he's in tune to his sexuality.
But what does that have to do with you want to be a female?
Well, that's what the counseling, what Kenya was saying. The counseling would bring that out. Because if that's why he's identifying with what he's feeling,
he's so
then that's kind of weak.
He could be like Prince. You know what I'm saying? He could be like, I love
dressing like dresses. That.
I love nail polish. But
if he came to him and said, I like men,
but that still doesn't have anything to do with.
That goes more into the sexuality more so than the clothes, the outer appearance.
Again, it has nothing to do with how you dress.
Well, no, the point I'm making is if he came to his dad and Gabrielle saying that and not talking about dressing, if he came to them and said, I am attracted to the same sex,
okay,
and never say anything about dressing, earrings, nails, or whatever,
right,
then that would be something like, whoa, he's really feeling a sexuality and identity right there. But the fact that you heard him say that he's saying specific attire.
He said
is making.
He saying
is that part of him? Is that part of him?
His child wants to be called a her,
right? Because of the clothing things, and then you're saying that's kind of.
She was saying. She was the way you have to go look at the video,
okay?
Because the way he said
the
way that I'm just gonna say he. I'm sorry, I can't go back and forth with the he she thing. The way that his son said it, he said it like he was able to articulate how he was feeling inside.
Oh.
At 12.
Okay.
How he felt inside. Not so much, of dressing. But again, what constitutes being a female at age 12?
That's where the counseling will come in, where somebody will get him to talk and say more to it to get more insight of who he is and why he's feeling that way. If he's really feeling that way, you know, what he's saying, then they would speak to, then outwardly you don't need to show that. If that's how you're feeling, why do you feel you need to go with society and have an actual attire change? You know, earrings or with all of that. You know, you feel like heels is going to make people go, he's identifying as a female because he's wearing heels. Gee.
Well, we said all that to get back to the mukbang.
Oh, okay.
Michelle's mukbang.
So, yeah, other than that was good. I enjoyed it. So we're going to give Michelle a, out of a 5-star rating. I personally think it would have been a higher star if I would have received this the day she cooked it, because I love the seasoning. I just felt because we reheated it.
What are you giving it to? What are you giving it?
So because of that, I have to give it a 3.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
That means you didn't like it.
I did like it. I just knew that the texture of the shrimp made it a little bit tougher, and I think because we reheated it.
Yeah, but a 3 is like almost like you don't like it.
No, a 3 is in the middle. It's a 5-star rating. It's medium.
Oh, I'm thinking 10.
Ooh, oh my goodness, no.
I was like,
no, Michelle.
I was like a 3.
But on a scale of 1 to 5.
Okay.
I would say for me it would be more of a 4, 4.5 if it was hot out the oven, out the stove. And I hate that I missed it when you brought it over.
Ma, did you like it? You ate it yesterday when it was fresh.
Mama liked it a lot. She'd give it a 4.
Mama give it a 4.
Okay.
I squeezed the lemon over it and then
she squeezed the lemon. Did you do the cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she did the extra items that...
I did the cheese too.
Mm-hmm. So,
okay. And I will give it... I give it a 3, not for what you gave it a 3 for. Mm-hmm. I gave it a 3 because I taste the lemon.
Oh,
and I don't like lemon.
Okay. So with this dish without lemon?
I would like this dish without lemon.
Because that lemon does something, so I don't know. It may give it a different taste.
What can you say? Dr. Vaughn is a phenomenal cook. I love everything she makes.
Hush you.
Shut up, Kenya. We're giving our mukbang opinion.
But it is good, though.
No, she's
right, because her chili was good.
That chili was off the chain.
So we got to do more of her meals. Or anyone else that wants to bring one,
like I
send
said,
one our way.
If you want to send over a meal,
we'll sample it for you.
I'll sample it for you. I'll put it on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I'll give my honest opinion. I think I'll do that. Right? Mm-hmm. It's not bad, though. It's good. I wouldn't still be eating it if it wasn't good.
Yeah. You just greedy. I think that's what it is.
Your mama.
Oh, stop. Ma, she talking about you.
All right, y'all. Okay. So thank you for our mukbang. And I'm eating with food in my mouth. And until next time, another Woods Report. See you later.